Flight Deck is software as a service. It is an iPad app that allows pilots to download and read any set of de Havilland subscribed flight manuals the instant any updated version of a publication is released. It is also a document hosting service that helps fleet managers organize and deploy their own document libraries to flight crews. It solves one core problem: document delivery to flight crews. Why is that important? An important tenet of aircraft airworthiness for safe operation of an aircraft is that all required documents must be up to date. If a pilot fails to have appropriate documents on board, the plane is deemed unsafe to fly and is not airworthy. Over the last 10 years, approximately 5% of flights that receive a SAFA ramp check are penalized with a corrective actions before flight authorized finding due to a documentation currency issue. This type of penalty can keep an aircraft on the ground, resulting in loss of revenue, fines, and increased insurance costs, in addition to visible penalties on the safety record of both the pilots and the airline. International regulations agree that pilots must have these 3 manuals on board, which are typically supplied by the manufacturer: the AFM Aircraft Flight Manual, the QRH Quick Reference Handbook, and the MEL Minimum Equipment List. In addition, they must have current version of all of these pilot, aircraft and operator-specific documents. This includes certificates, licenses, records, charts, insurance, and of course, the flight plan. Flight Deck completely solves this type of regulatory issue by ensuring that the latest versions of manufacturer-provided documents and every other document required for flight is on board. It proves compliance with an audit trail that demonstrates to inspectors the exact date and time when each manual or document arrived on the aircraft iPad. Pilots simply hand their iPad to the inspector to prove compliance. For fleet audits, operators have a copy of all logs kept for 7 years on Flight Deck servers. Let's look at how Flight Deck sends flight manuals from tech pubs to the pilot. When the technical publications department makes a change to any of the manual sets, they may use a drag-and-drop interface like this one to publish their manuals into document libraries called pubs onto the Flight Deck system. The operator clicks Preview to verify that the file has been correctly transferred and then clicks Distribute, which sends notifications to every pilot that is subscribed to that pub that the pub has updated. When the pilot receives a notification, they open the app and press Sync All Libraries. The updates are rapidly downloaded to the iPad where they're stored during flight. Once downloaded, the pilot finds the pub in a menu and with a button press, they open the manual. Once in the manual, pages can zoom in or out with a single tap for focused reading, or by using 2 finger pinches for a closer look. Pages are turned by swiping left or right. A page slider finds pages by number. Pressing the thumbnail view icon allows scrolling through pages quickly. The table of contents is used to browse by section, and it can be displayed or hidden as preferred. The Flight Deck console application runs on Windows or on the web and allows fleet managers, dispatchers, and support crews to add documents to the system via a set of smart folders. Smart folders selectively distribute documents by fleet, by aircraft registration, by type, or by flight. This simply means that drag-dropping a document into any smart folder automatically delivers it to the correct iPad for the appropriate pilot flying the appropriate aircraft. Once documents are added, the operator tests to see what the file organization will look like to the pilot, and if acceptable they click Approve and Release, which notifies the pilots that information has changed. The pilot again syncs these files. Once synced, they can switch between views of libraries for fleet, type and flight and access potentially thousands of well-organized documents in the one application. We know that pilots don't fly only one aircraft. Most professional pilots fly at least 4 different aircraft in their work, so tail registration-based profile switching allows pilots to switch profiles so that every document for every type and aircraft registration that they fly is contained in the one app. To sync those aircraft, selecting Sync All gets every document for all their aircraft in one shot. This presentation has touched on how Havilland Flight Deck helps pilots, fleet managers and flight departments better manage manuals and documents. There are many other things to know about how this exciting system enhances security and reliability of your operation. For more information and to arrange a free demonstration and trial, contact your de Havilland Services representative.